the food is incredible. You can't anywhere in Europe, across the Mediterranean is just next level, except
Yeah.
Portugal.
Good joke, buddy. We're the best. We're the best of the
You
continent.
can't really go wrong except France. Fuck France.
Yeah, no, that
Um,
place is a bunch of shit
I'm
off.
playing. But yeah, bro. I'm looking forward to just being at the beach though. Like, I like the touristy holiday and all of that, but I'm also just keen to go, drink a couple beers and be by the ocean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
That is always good, bro.
sweet. How was yesterday on the offer? You said you nearly booked a call.
Yeah, so it was actually quite good, bro. It was literally my first co conversation ever. I had two guys answer beforehand, but they were Americans, so they were obviously still at work. But they
Yeah.
also most likely weren't high up because they said, "Nah, I'm too busy at work, whatever." So I'll give them a call later today, whatnot. But I spoke to this guy in Austria, bro. It was evening, fucking absolutely amazing. Like he was basically in charge of the operations. So when I wanted to get him on the call, it's obviously good to make sure everyone that's there that needs to make that decision is there.
Yes.
So he actually just needs to speak to them like the CEO and the CMO, and you'll only be able to speak to the CEO next week. So I've got a follow-up call with him
Okay.
next.
It's very cool, very B2B.
Yeah. So, bro, if it goes through, it's amazing. Like I had the call with him, and it's like he's already basically started. They've started implementing our marketing strategy. Like they've been trying to build their marketing around that because they've like never done marketing before.
Yeah.
So they're already super keen on our idea. So when I gave him this call, like,
He was
yeah,
already frothing.
yeah, like he was frothing, bro. So.
Yeah. Okay, sweet. Those are really good roles, though. It is tough sometimes to get the executive on the call, but like once you get that call and once you get them set up with the account executive or the closer, whatever do you guys call them? I'd imagine you guys call them account executives in your company.
Now we actually just call them senior advisors, bro.
Senior advisors, yeah, same potato to potato, whatever.
Yeah.
Um, Sick, bro. Then we can like let's jump into it. So I won't keep you long. We can do a brief one. It's just pretty much your experience like working with me, all of that. We can dive into that from the start to the end. I got a couple questions I'll ask you. Um, but yeah, I mean, I started this one actually different to the one I did with Luke. I already uploaded one with Luke. This one we just started a bit more informally, but I guess I'll quickly give you an introduction, or
Yeah.
you can give yourself a quick introduction to the people, sort of your name, your age, where you're from, and what you were doing before you joined or started working with me.
All right. Okay, so my name is Keanu Kamara, from Cape Town, South Africa. Before I started the online sales, I was basically a waiter at a wine restaurant, two different wine restaurants, and I delivered pizzas as well for a living. It was quite fun. Definitely not the best, I'd say. So quite happy to be here.
Yes, sir. Yo, you don't have to get shy now that the cameras are rolling, bro. But yeah, for everyone who's seen my ads would have known I've mentioned Keanu. He was in hospitality, similar to pretty much a lot of the people we're working with right now come from hospitality. It seems like the people who come from hospitality seem to do the best for some reason.
Yeah,
Uh,
bro, 'cause the nitty-gritty is that that's where you get grilled.
100%. But yeah, and delivering pizzas on the side. So obviously a fucking huge transformation, bro. I guess what initially got you interested in sort of remote work, specifically appointment setting?
Um, well, I was actually going to look for a new job, obviously, when I started this year. So before I like started looking, it kind of just hit me. I was like, there's better things I could be doing than going and working in a restaurant. Like, not necessarily making bad money where like I was looking to work, but I can make more money doing better things. So
Yeah.
looked into something better, and then yeah, it worked.
And then yeah, you came across well obviously like yeah, we're obviously good friends. So you knew what I was doing. I know you hit me up and then we got to work pretty much the next day.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Literally.
I know you had like a really good opportunity lined up for one of pretty much the most prestigious restaurants in South Africa, which would have paid well. Obviously, things have turned out now for even better than that. I
Uh,
guess what drew you then to sort of remote work opposed to working in a high-end restaurant?
Because yeah, you can make necessarily money there in a high-end restaurant, but it's kind of capped. Like there comes to a point where you can't go higher than that, where obviously going into the remote work, you can take it a lot further depending on obviously the offer. Like yeah,
Yeah,
like you can go to a prestigious high-end remote offer and then boom,
yeah,
your earnings is a lot more than a prestigious restaurant.
100%. And I guess
That's
obviously
the
there's the
best way
scope
to put
for,
it.
like, obviously you also don't want to be an appointment setter, say, for 10 years, right? Like, we actually
Yeah.
haven't discussed this, but I'd assume you have ambitions of also getting into closing. I know, oh, we have actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd actually love to, and I think in the offer I'm on now, I could do it. Like one of our closers that just left started out as a setter, and he went on to close to the company. And like they even spoke to me, they were like, "If you're gonna work for us for long and you're doing good, we see no reason for you to climb up the ranks." Like she said, most of the people there started out low and have all climbed up. So
So all the closers are were SDRs before. For the
no,
people, SDRs is like, oh, so go ahead.
not even necessarily just like the closers, but like people in different roles and positions throughout the company. Like obviously just got there from working there for long and
Sweet. And
whatnot.
we'll 100%. We'll dive into sort of the company you're working for now. I think just before we look sort of get to that later in the call, tell the people the company you're working for currently how much cash they've collected over since starting.
I don't know if I can disclose
Oh, fair enough.
the news, but it is quite a bit, quite a bit.
Yeah,
I
okay,
think
fair enough.
that
I respect that. Okay, we don't have to walk through that. But yeah, let's just say it's an exorbitant amount of cash that you would not even imagine. But cool, bro. Then I guess before, these are the sort of the first three initial questions I asked before we take it all the way back to the pizza delivering days. What made you decide to take action on working with me? Like that day before, when you reached out, what made you think, okay, let's work with Sano and not just do what I was doing, but maybe get a better job?
because I knew I could just do it through you, like you were there. If I had gone to you, I knew you could help me. Like you could get me to that next step or to where I needed to be, and you did. So that was great.
So it's just full confidence sort of in me.
Yeah, basically.
Awesome. Simple. Sweet.
It was bloody amazing. It was like it was yeah on a silver platter. Just take it and do with it what you want.
Awesome, bro. Sweet. I appreciate that. So sweet. So then we can take a step back now. When it comes to, what you were doing before the program, how was your lifestyle then? Like what was life like before working with me?
Um, I don't know if it's best to say all the things our lifestyle was like before coming on here, but it was more like I'd say laid back, not really trying to make much or do much, more just trying to have fun. And then yeah, I just kind of locked in, decided to work with you and turn things up, make some money.
Brilliant stuff. So like you would say you just didn't know what you wanted almost, like you're just comfortable.
Yeah, I was kind of just comfortable, chilling, not really. I'd say I didn't have much ambition. I was just quite happy to chill. But yeah, I guess I decided it was time for that gear to shift up.
What made that like switch? Or did like that switch come from just experimenting with me at the start, taking the leap?
Bro, I think it honestly just came from coming. I was done. I'd had enough fun. It was time for me to just like become a better man.
100%, bro. Awesome. So what were you struggling with most before working with me?
Um, I wouldn't say I was struggling with anything really. Um, I just saw a good opportunity and I took it and it worked out. Like if I didn't work for it, it wasn't gonna work. But
Yeah,
obviously it gave me and I worked, so it
yeah,
worked out.
for sure. I think that's like the main thing when it comes to sort of this compared to other stuff. Like a lot of people don't understand is like I can give you everything you need to do it, but at the end of the day, it is up to you to do it. Like it's A and B. Like if
Yeah,
everything you know you need to do is here, to get to B, all you need to do is just do it.
Yeah,
And
literally just
you're the prime example of that. You just fucking did it. And, now you are literally in the driver's seat of pretty much making a top 1% income in our country.
yeah,
Um,
it's
so
quite,
which is
quite
awesome.
exciting.
Yeah, it's very exciting. With that said, bro, had you like this is kind of what I was asking when I said, were you struggling with anything? Did you like try anything else online before doing appointment setting?
Oh, no, I didn't do anything whatsoever. I literally went straight from I left my pizza job. As soon as I left my pizza job, I messaged you, and I was like, "Okay, cool, let's go, let's do this."
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Sweet. So then I guess tying into the turning point for you, even though that like a lot of people have these like significant turning points in their life, for you, obviously it just was deciding to become taking action more so on becoming that guy you wanted to be. But like what stood out to you about Setter Syndicate compared to sort of everything else out there?
It's a good question. Um, I suppose I just knew I'd work well with you, and working with you would be quite nice. And you did really help me a lot. Like I didn't really, I knew sales, but I wouldn't say I would be a good salesman. I didn't know all those nitty-gritty things that like will
Yeah.
make a difference. And you basically like you explain it to me, and you explain it to me so well. And from the start, I've literally just done that, and yeah, I just knew your thing would work.
Yeah,
Like
you
you,
are a massively quick learner though. Like of the people I've worked with, you're probably like up there with like just saying something to you and then it's done. Like it's
yeah,
implemented the next
like
day. Yeah,
because it works. And the thing is, if you do it and it works once, like it just worked from the bat every time. And I was like, okay, this is great. I'm gonna keep up with this, and it just stuck.
100%. Then like I know for your case it was different, so I'm not going to dive sort of into the questions like of what has it did you have any hesitations before working with me? But I mean, did you have any hesitations or you kind of
Um,
like into it?
I wouldn't say there was hesitations, but I obviously myself thought I was like, am I gonna do this? Am I not gonna do this? But everyone has those thoughts. It's just about whether or not you're actually gonna do it or whether you're gonna sit back, not do it. I could have not done it and still been delivering pizza or gone on to the new restaurant, but I'd not be where I'm at now, like doing this well. So
100%. So tell
yeah.
the people now a bit about like your journey working with me. I know we've been working together slightly longer. Me and Keanu started working together pretty much a little bit before I actually properly it was still Setter Syndicate back then, but I wasn't taking on new clients. It was just working with certain people on referral basis. Um, with that, how did you find sort of the first 2 to 4 weeks working with me? And then how did your journey progress after that point?
So the first 2 to 4 weeks was pretty good. Like obviously we were doing most of the calls. You were just like basically teaching us sales, like essentially just showing us what we need to do, the ins and outs of the business and stuff like that, which was quite nice. Basically got everything I needed to know to start a offer and know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Obviously, then after that, I started my first offer literally the next month with Jordan. And that offer essentially for that month, I worked pretty hard, and nothing really came from it at all. Like it wasn't the greatest offer either.
Yeah, I remember that.
I literally thought to myself, I was like, at that point, I started thinking like, shit, is this gonna work? Like, am I actually gonna be making money? And I thought, you know what? Nah, there's definitely better offers out there. This one was just like nonsense, basically. Hopped onto another one the next month, and it just fuck boomed. Like I was the top setter from the first month in that offer the next month as well, and I literally leveraged that, and I'm where I'm at now. So that's literally my journey. It's not even that long. I've kind of just started.
Yeah, it's been
And
super
that's the
quick.
best.
That's such a
Yeah.
valuable lesson, though, that I also tell the people I work with is a lot of the time, especially if you have no prior sales experience, like say Dylan obviously had 2 years telesales before he started setting. guys like, you and a lot of the others I'm working with, sometimes you have to work a shit offer to get that good one at the start. Obviously, you had that 1 month where you were on that like rubbish offer, um, which was terrible. Let's not sugarcoat it. But then
Yeah, no, it's horrid.
you used the experience you got there and the experience you got there to get the proper position where you could make money. Do you want to tell everyone what you made like on your first month, or in your best month there, literally that also being your first proper month on a proper job with no experience?
My my first month was pretty decent. It was 1.6, so it's like I'd probably say about 30, just under 30.
Yeah.
And in my second month, I made 40, so I was quite happy. And that was just the start. And now I'm like,
Yep.
that now where I'm at is that's what I'm starting off with. Like I,
Yeah.
I know I'm starting on that, now I'll build up from that.
Yeah, we don't have to disclose what you're making now, like the income bracket. I just wanted people to understand like how quickly you can progress. Like you literally
Yeah.
went from no sales experience ever in your life, nothing like that, literally delivering pizzas and working hospitality, which I guess you could argue has a bit of sales to it, to then going directly into a shitty company in like the first 3 to 4 weeks, then getting your good opportunity where you can actually make money in your first month with zero pipeline, make 1.6. Second month, you made like 2.3, 2.2. And then you use that experience
Yeah.
being the number one guy in the team, use that experience, leverage that experience into a role where your base pay exceeds pretty much your best month at the other role. So we can discuss your base. But yeah, other than that, obviously you're going to make a lot more in commission than the base pay within this position. If you would like, I don't know if this is something you can also disclose. What did the top appointment set within the company you're working in now make in a month?
So I heard the best setter in his best month made 10K.
$10,000. So we'll see if Keanu can exceed that, but that would be
Yeah.
that would be mental. Even if you fall $3,000 or $4,000 short, then as
He-
a South African, even though I know there'll be American, international people watching this, you can make more than the average household income in the United States in this industry within a good role. And I've no doubt you'll get there yourself as well in due time, obviously building the pipeline and whatnot. But yeah, so your progression has been crazy, bro. In the matter of literally, let's say from when you started the first shitty job, it's been like 4 months to get a position now where you can start making XYZ.
Yeah, it was March was the first what was when I had that shit month. It was March and what we now heading into August, it's like 4 months, bro. 4 or 5 months. It's insane.
Yeah,
That's so
it's been
quick.
very quick. Um, awesome, bro. We can wrap it up then with the last couple of questions here. I think the people have a good gauge of what's possible. Let's not sugarcoat it. 10,000 is sort of the highest amount
Yeah,
you
like
make as a setter, like
yeah,
regardless of the company size. Like I only know a handful of setters who have done 10,000 setting. The highest I've ever heard was 12,000, which is crazy. But
that. Yeah.
yeah, which is crazy, but 10K is possible as a setter, but it is very, very high boundary. But just goes to show in 5 months you can land a position where you can start making X amount. With that said, bro, what is obviously that has been your biggest win. I won't ask you what's been your biggest win. Your biggest win is landing this position. What, if anything, has changed about your life since, getting into this?
I think it's kind of just made me be better, made me grow up, made me want to work harder, and also like I also got more free time. Like I don't have to go away and work and do something. I can be at home, I can do my work, I can eat food, I can go to the gym, I can see someone. Like you have a lot more time for more things when you don't have to leave your house, drive somewhere, waste maybe 30 minutes, an hour on the road. Like you can just be, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just a
The
nicer,
freedom.
yeah, more freedom, nicer lifestyle.
100%, bro. I always say to the people in the like in their first couple calls in the community, once you go remote, you can't go back. It's going to be tough to work an in-person job once you've tasted a bit of remote work.
It's gonna be tough, eh? Like I don't think I'll ever want to go sit in an office somewhere and do some work after doing. Let me tell you that, buddy. Jeez.
100%. I guess, bro, then this is one question I like asking. Apart from like, how do you feel compared to before you joined? That's, you don't need to ask that. One thing I'm curious on, apart from the money, apart from the freedom, apart from X, whatever, what like did you learn throughout these last couple months that you didn't think or you didn't expect you'd learn getting into it about yourself?
How good I was at sales. Didn't
Interesting.
think didn't think I'd actually progress this quickly and just do this well. Like, I just caught on to what needed to be said, and the way you'd explain what you need to say and how you need to say it kind of just all fell into place. I knew what to say and it was great. Like
Amazing.
yeah,
Amazing.
sales is if you get the right guidance, sales is so easy. Like
Yeah. It's just reps as well, isn't it?
yeah, the more practice you get, like what I can say for this job, I had to do my training was so long. Like I had to do minutes of calling an AI robot before I could actually start dialing. So it is just the reps. Like once you get comfortable, like even though it's an AI, you still get comfortable speaking. Same as setting, if you DM setting, you kind of then basically have to message the whole time. It becomes easy. And yeah, once you then start, you just kill it.
100%. Then the last couple questions here. Who would you recommend to set a syndicate?
Who would I
Uh,
recommend to someone that I know?
no, no, like what type of person would you recommend should do this?
Um, Someone who knows that they can do better and they're doing well, but want to do more. Someone who's got ambition, someone who actually doesn't just want to sit around and think everything's gonna fall into your lap. Like you gotta actually want to work for something, you know? You can't just be someone who doesn't want to do anything or work for something.
100%. Someone who's like wants to take action.
Yeah.
100%. Sweet. So if someone's on the fence about sort of working with us, what would you tell them?
Well, basically, they're never gonna know if they're not gonna take that next step. So you can either keep doing what you're doing, or you can actually see if what you want, and with the opportunity that's given to you, you can do what's been done before.
Yeah, it's not, you don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah, it's not like you're doing something new.
Yeah,
Been
100%.
done. It's possible.
100%, bro. Awesome. So what's the last question is what's the future of Keanu Kumara?
The future of Keanu Kamara. Let's see. I think the future holds quite big things. No doubt from here we're definitely gonna go up. Um, I don't even want to essentially, I'd say, be working behind a computer, but start off here, do really well, make it far, and see if I can do even bigger and better things with what I've built up and started here.
Sweet. So you want to be a business owner essentially with the capital you make through this.
Yeah, that's essentially what I want to do. I don't ever see myself retiring, still working for someone. That's not what I want to be doing.
Brilliant, bro. Well, look, do you have any last things to say?
Last words, be happy, keep working, and kill it.
100%. Awesome. Well, look, it was fucking, I really appreciate you, bro, jumping on and taking the time. I'm super excited to see what does come next. You fucking you really blew like my expectations of what I thought you'd do is it's been like tenfold exceeded. So it's
Okay.
amazing. It's amazing to see sort of how quickly you've progressed, how well you're doing, and how well you're going to do. I'm excited to see sort of what the next couple months look like for you. But that's been it. I really appreciate you taking the time, and I look forward to the future. To wrap it up, I guess yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to either me. Would you be fine if people message you?
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind
Like if you have
also.
any sales related questions, any personal questions, it doesn't even, we're not even talking about Setter Syndicate. You can like, forget about that. If you want to reach out to any of us and ask us any sort of lifestyle sales related questions, I'll leave Keanu's Instagram below. You can go check out, you can go message him if you want. Ladies, you can also go message him. Uh, And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a great day. If you do want to learn more, I think I'll just plug this now. I didn't do this in the first one. I will leave my booking link in the description. Super laid back. We can have a convo on this more in depth. Have a great day. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.
Ciao.